Hi, today I'm going to teach you how to calculate your relationship sign astrologically, the way proper astrologers do it. And I want you to listen not to just one video because it's not just one sign that describes your relationship. It's not that easy. Things are quite mixed always and quite complex, as you've noticed by real astrology I've been trying to teach you. It's never black and white. It's never, oh, your Aries and your partners will be always like Libras. But it's always, we look at relationship, first of all, from the ascendant sign. That's how we calculate relationship. From the seventh sign from the ascendant, or we call it the seventh house, describes your marriage partner. Most often how he'll be physically, how he'll be like persona-wise. But if you don't know your ascendant sign, you can find it by going to my website, AstroLada.com, following the link below. Or following the link below, and go to the ascendant sign calculator, enter the time of your birth correctly. Say if you're born 6:30 in the afternoon, enter it like 18:30, the European way. And once you have the ascendant sign, listen to the relationship description for the ascendant sign. Give the ascendant sign make it the first one you listen to, because it will be probably more than 40% true. You identify with more than 40% with it. And then find out your moon sign, because the moon has direct relevance to relationships as well, because the moon is the planet of emotions and feelings and vulnerability in our inner world and how we connect to others. Therefore, it's one of the most important planets for deciding relationships. And once you know the sign of your moon, then go and listen to the relationship description of your moon sign as well. It will probably give you 30% description of your partner will be like, or for some, even especially for females, because females identify with the moon much more than males, because the moon is a feminine planet and females are feminine creatures. A lot of the women can identify a lot with the description of the partnerships of the moon sign, actually, and again, the partnerships from the moon sign are again defined by counting 7 signs from the sign of the moon. So basically the opposite sign. It's always the opposite sign of the one that you have as the moon sign, as the ascendant sign, or sun sign. And also check the description of the partnership for your sun sign, especially males, because the sun is a masculine planet and males identify more with their rational, logical side, with their more, goal-oriented and active side, which is described by the moon. And a lot of women will also identify with it, because in those day and age, nowadays, women are much more in touch with their masculine side, with their active and goal-oriented, achieving side, rational side, And the sun sign is the one everyone knows. If you're born in April, you're probably Aries or Taurus. If you're born in September, you're probably Virgo or Libra. This is the one everyone knows. It will probably give you 25% the sign, the description of the partnerships that you're going to attract. But make sure you listen to the 3 of them to get the fuller picture. Some of you identify more with the ascendant sign partnership. Some of them will identify more with the sign opposite the moon. Some of you with the sign opposite the sun. But you will definitely feel the 3 sign partnerships as well. When you think about it, you will. But again, I keep saying, I think the ascendant is the most relevant one through watching through my practice in the long years. And what if your ascendant sun or moon sign is in Cancer? Well, then the sign of your partnerships will be the sign opposite Cancer, which is, of course, Capricorn. And you might be often attracting partners who have their ascendant in Capricorn, their moon, their sun in Capricorn, maybe some other planet in Capricorn. Or even if they have no planets in Capricorn, they will behave like Capricorns. They'll have a very strong Saturn, which is the planet of Capricorn in their horoscope. But there will be Saturn type, there will be Capricorn type people. Not necessarily, born in December or January. Not that. It's just having something Saturn in their horoscope. Unless you're astrologers, you don't know that, And and because if you have any Cancer in your horoscopes, you're people who act from the heart, for whom the emotional and inner happiness is the most important thing, the inner emotional balance and the satisfaction of their inner emotional needs and security is most important. but you will be often attracting long-term partnerships or marriages in which the partner is much more like a Capricorn, so he will be much more auto-security conscious, so he might be a ladder climber, a social ladder climber. He might be a very goal-oriented career person who is very dutifully responsible in carrying up his any kind of career responsibility he has, or she has. She can be someone very hardworking, someone who never takes, never tries to take like the quick path to success, but is ready step by step through years to climb slowly till they reach the top. This kind of a people, career-oriented, goal-oriented people that can very well fit into big organizations, and you'll be also attracting partnerships where the partners will be very steady, because Capricorn, they don't like big crisis, they don't like big dramas, they don't like big changes in their life, and so it's good to have a Capricorn type partner because he'll be there for the long run. When they get used to something, the Capricorns, they like to carry on working on that relationship. Once they put energy into it, they will try and make it work as long as possible, So if you have any Cancer in you, you're lucky because you'll be attracted people who will be more devoted, who will be more willing to work on the relationship. Capricorn type of partners you'll be attracting, they're not afraid to put the hard effort. They know that difficulties and obstacles come in life, and they're willing to meet them because, as I say, they're not slackers. They don't like to take shortcuts in life. They're willing to meet problems directly and to work through the karma and through the problems, So there you have someone who is going to be more responsible, more there for you. And serious, they can be a bit more serious, because you as Cancer, you're more emotional. If you have your moon, ascendant, or sun in Cancer, and you always keep attracting partners that are much more emotionally, together, they will not be showing so much emotions. They will be more aloof, more distant sometimes, and especially if it's the beginning of the relationship, you might get worried, that these people don't have feelings for you, but they take everything slowly, just like the goat climbs slowly the mountain, so does the Capricorn climb slowly, opens up slowly to others. But once they're there for the long term, they'll work on the relationships. And they can be very much, so they'll open up slower, but they'll be also cautious, and they will not be expressing emotions so readily as you. And actually, you will teach them how to act from the heart more, because you as having Cancers, you are acting from the heart, from your emotions. You teach them how to be in touch with their emotions. They will teach you how to. They would either provide for you on the outside, to meet your outside needs, material needs. Especially if you're a lady with Cancer, you'll be attracting partners who are big social climbers, very respected in society, who are very good to take care of your family, to provide for the family. You might not even have to work, if you're ladies, or if you're a gentleman, with Cancer, you'd be attracting women who will teach you how to be more in control of your emotions, who will teach you who teach you to act more from the rational mind, more from the mind rather than from the heart, and who will teach you almost even force you sometimes, if you don't want to, through the interaction with those relationships, who will force you to learn to develop an ability to fulfill your needs externally. They might push you to a career, they might push you to start climbing the ladder, to get involved into the respectable world outside, and start being responsible, taking care of your work, being hardworking. You can often attract people who teach you how to set yourself goals and climb them slowly, to be practical, to be down to earth, to be centered in the material world, and meet your needs, fulfill your needs externally, rather than just focus on the emotional sides that Cancer quite often seems to focus on the emotional needs, But you keep attracting quite often very reliable, enduring, hardworking partners, practical, organized managers, and they will teach all those abilities. Because often Cancer is not known as being as the most organized sign. They can be a bit more messy, a bit, because they're so focused on the inside, on the inner needs and emotions, that sometimes they don't notice how things are outside. But these Capricorn type of partners will teach you practicality, will teach you organization, discipline, self-discipline. It's great. Trying just by being around you, they will either teach you or force you, this, depending if you're willing or not. They'll be also very often traditional partners, no one too flamboyant or crazy, people who are respected in society. And to be respected in society, you have to be pretty much following the rules, you're not going to be rule breakers. So very much they will have the stable job, often these partners that you attract, the career that takes 20 years to develop, the pension, responsible, organized people, or they will teach you to be like that as well. And another interesting thing is that Capricorn, the type of partners you attract, they might be older than you. Probably 7 years, or there might be an age difference. If you have any planets, especially your ascendant, if your ascendant or your moon is in Cancer, then it's very often that the marriage can be delayed in life as well, because Capricorn gives things later, relationships later in life, or your relationship will be much happier after 36 years of age, or you will probably marry after 36, 40 years of age onwards. Or you will probably marry an older partner or a much younger partner. So minimum 7 years of difference, age difference. If you're a gentleman with Scorpio, with Capricorn, with Cancer ascendant, for instance, you can marry a lady who is 20 years old, younger than you, or vice versa. And as I keep saying, don't worry. You Capricorns, don't worry, your Cancers. If your marriage is not coming, if everyone else is in their early 30s around you getting married, don't worry, because after 36, you have much happier marriage. And even if you marry before that, you might not be as happy in your marriage or long-term partnership before you pass the age of 36, when Capricorn matures. So you will be able to attract more happy relationships with Capricorns then, because especially if you're younger and you attract very responsible and serious partner, that is indicated by Capricorn in the 7th house of relationships, it might not be so much fun for you. You might not be so much ready for such serious hard work and working on the relationship, so it can fall apart. But after 36, you'll be happy in your relationships, and just try and learn from them those lessons they have to teach you about maturity, responsibility, fulfilling your needs externally rather than only focusing on the emotional inner needs. Thank you very much, Cancers. And let me know what you think. Write to me. Do you find it correct? Does it have more influence from which sign was the most correctly describing your partnerships? The one from the ascendant, the one from the moon, or the sun sign? Let me know, and I'm welcoming any feedback. Thank you.